Hey guys, what's up? It's Kylie and today I have an eyeshadow palette collection video. So I will link my past one. I did one in January. I think that will be linked in the description of this video if you guys want to check it out and what my collection used to be like. Okay, so my collection has definitely grown since then. I started getting into eyeshadow and collecting eyeshadow about a year ago, so I know my collection is pretty large. So yeah, but I'm showing you guys my like kind of minier palettes and then my bigger palettes, and I'll definitely try to tell you guys a little bit about each palette and stuff, and maybe where I got it or how much it costed or like my review on it. So yeah, but let's get into this video. Okay guys, I just want to start off with, I'm not trying to brag in any way, shape, or form. I personally love watching these videos, and I love watching these videos when I want to buy a new palette and I'm like, what palette should I buy? I really like to see what palettes other people like or what palettes they have. So make sure to comment your favorite palette down below so that maybe I can get a new one or something. Okay, so I have two from Essence, and I got both of these from Generation Beauty, which is like a beauty event thing, and I have two hauls. I have one from 2016 and 2017. The link will be in the description as well if you guys want to check that out. But I have the Essence All About Chocolates and the Essence All About Roses. I haven't really used either of these or played with them, but I'm probably going to be selling one of these. I sell like any makeup or eyeshadow that I don't use or need. So yeah, I have these two. That's why I may have gotten rid of some of the eyeshadow palettes that were in my last collection, and they aren't in here now. I didn't use them up or anything. I'm just probably selling them, or I got rid of them. Okay, the next one is from CoverGirl, and this is the CoverGirl True Naked Nudes. I really like this palette, and I really like all of the colors. I think that this palette, it was really cheap. It was around $8, and I got this for my birthday from one of my friends, and I think it has the perfect colors. These four would be really pretty for like a natural look, and these for like a darker look. I use this for like a bronzy eye, and I really liked how it looked. Okay, next palette is the Naked 2 Urban Decay Basics. I'm not a big fan of this palette, and I'm not even gonna lie and say that I love it. I do think this is a really good beginner palette because it has all the colors and they're all matte. They're really easy to work with. They're really easy to blend. I think it's really good for every day and for school and for doing your makeup really fast. I really never use this palette for an event or something because it's kind of boring and doesn't have a lot of color to it. So yeah, I'm just being honest with you guys. Okay, next is the Blush Nudes by Maybelline. I really do like this palette and the shades in it, but I used it the other day and they're so unpigmented. I had to use so much like spray to make the glitters even show up, and I didn't really even like how the look turned out after that, and I don't really know. I used to love this palette when I first got it, but it's really cheap and inexpensive, so I mean, for your money, I guess it's worth $10. The next palette is from Physicians Formula, and I also got this from Generation Beauty. I haven't used this either, but I have swatched some of the colors, and they do look pretty gorgeous, and this is the shade Natural Nude. These are really pretty everyday colors that you could wear really easily, so yeah. Okay, so now on to my two Morphe palettes I own. I personally really like Morphe and their shadows, and I think that they're really inexpensive and cheap. So I think for the holidays coming up that Morphe palettes are really good gift ideas. So I have two palettes from them. The first one I have is the Jaclyn Hill palette by Morphe. This palette was all over the internet. This is it. This is the colors inside. So I think if you're a minimalist makeup collector or you just want one palette, this palette could be used for so many different looks. You could do your colorful, pink, burgundy, smoky, orange, whatever. You can do so many looks with this palette, and that's what I love about it, and I just love how pigmented Morphe shadows are for so cheap, and they're such good quality eyeshadows. Like, check out Morphe. So next I have a palette that is very popular for fall and those bronzy looks. It is the Morphe 35 palette. I'm sure you guys have seen this. I have not done a look with this on my channel, but I really want to do a fall look, so comment if you guys want me to do that. But I love the oranges and the bronzes that this palette has, so I would definitely recommend this palette. It's really awesome. Okay, so the next two palettes are from BH Cosmetics. The first one I have is the 8A Neutral eyeshadow palette. To be honest, I have not played with this much, and I'm really excited to play with this more. So yeah, let me show it to you guys. Okay, this is it. It just has a lot of really fun and pretty neutral colors. There's some mattes, some shimmers, some glitters in here, and I think this is really pretty for someone who's just starting off with makeup. Okay, so whenever I do fun or colorful looks, this is what I like to use. This is the 3rd edition 120 color eyeshadow palette by BH Cosmetics. It's an awesome palette, and it looks like this. These are all the colorful colors on the front, and then you can take this off, and there are all your kind of cool tones and colors that are more like neutral. So yeah, this is also another really great palette and I would definitely recommend it as well. The next palette, I'm not sure if I want to keep either. This is the NYX Ultimate Multi-Finish Eyeshadow Palette. It's in Smoke Screen, but I'm not sure if I want to keep it. It comes with like a matte shimmer and glitter in every single shade. Pink, purple, blue, and this kind of greenish brown shade. So I'm not sure if I want to keep this. I really like this blue because it's one of my school colors, so I can use this for like spirit days and football games and stuff like that. Okay, next is the palette that I think is very good for the fall and holidays and all that for Thanksgiving. This is the Kylie Cosmetics The Burgundy palette. It has 9 shades in it. Naked, Beach, Penny, LA, Burgundy, Dubai, Brick, New York, and Almond. Personally really like everything about this palette. I got it for, during one of her like sales, I think for Cyber Monday. It was still pretty expensive. It was still almost $50, but I just got like $5 off I think or something. But I think the colors in here are really pretty and you could do a really fun burgundy look with this palette. So yeah. This next palette I got from Generation Beauty and it is the Tarte Make Believe in Yourself Eye and Cheek palette. I think this palette is very random. The packaging is so pretty. I think all of Tarte's packaging is super pretty, but this is the palette. There's Pixie, Myth, Magic, Wings, Marvel, Trance, Fairy, Mystic, Dream, and Crystal. And then there's this highlighter shade in the middle. So yeah, but I really like the different colors, but there's only one matte, which I don't really like about the palette. But other than that, this palette is really fun for if you like fun colors and fun looks. This next palette, I'm not sure about it. I don't use it very much. It's the Lorac The Getaway Eye and Cheek palette. It has 6 eyeshadows, 2 blushes, 1 highlighter, and 1 bronzer. This is what it looks like opened. I saw it on pictures and then I saw it at Nordstrom Rack and I decided to get it because it was super cheap. So I'm not really a big fan of any of these eyeshadows, so I don't really use this palette. I do like these top eyeshadows here, but I don't know, I just don't really reach for it. I would rather reach for other palettes. I have a bronzer, 2 blushes, and a highlighter in here as well. I don't really know about this palette. I'm not a huge fan of it, to be honest. Okay, so next is the Revolution Makeup Revolution London Professional Eyeshadow Palette. This is the Neutrals Versus Neutrals palette. So I keep the little card thing in here just so that I can tell you guys the names that I'm using. This is the palette. I think that there's a lot of fun colors in here and very neutrals and pinks, and it kind of gives me Sweet Peach vibes a little bit. I don't really have much to say about this palette. I don't really use it much either, but it's still a very good palette. So next I have the Carly Bible palette by BH Cosmetics. I have not used this in a good amount of time, but it used to be my favorite palette of all time. I would use it for every single look. If you guys go back to around like December, November time, I would use this palette like crazy. You guys, I'm sorry if the camera angle changed or anything changed. My camera just started flashing and I had to check what was wrong, but I cannot talk today. I do not know why. This palette has 4 highlighters and I can only use like these 2 really. And then it has 10 eyeshadows. I really like this row right here of eyeshadows. These ones, I'm not really into golds that much, but yeah, this is a really pretty palette and I would totally recommend it. They don't have this one anymore, I don't think. I think they just have the deluxe. That one is just as pretty. And this was only like $14. I'm pretty sure the deluxe is like $19, but that is so good for everything that you get in that palette. You get like more than this. Okay, the next one isn't really a palette, but I'm going to be including it. It is the ColourPop Mile High Best of Super Shock Shadow Collection. It just has 6 ColourPop eyeshadows, but I kind of included it as a palette. The colors in here are Truth Millionaire. I don't know how to say this one, like Soap Quench or Soap. I don't know how to say it, but don't judge. I'm really bad at pronouncing names and everything. So yeah. Lala, Cricket, and Mittens. So I'm going to show you guys my favorite color in the palette. This is Lala, and I used this around Christmas a lot last year and I really liked it. It's this like bronzy color. I really do enjoy it. I think they still sell this or stuff like this. So yeah. Okay, so the next little palette type thing I made myself. It is a custom kind of palette. It says It Was All a Dream, ColourPop, and you just get single shadows. So I kind of like, I put my nail into that one, but this color right here is Soft Core. It's like a pinky matte shade. This one is Ready or Yacht. It's like a pink, it's like a, I don't know. This is Come and Get It, the one that I kind of put my nail into on accident. The last one is Savage. It's like a pinky, pretty shade. So this is my palette. If you guys want to look or anything to do with these, make sure to comment down below and comment your guys' favorite color out of the ColourPop single shadows, because I definitely want to get more and try more of them because they're pretty good from what I've tried so far. Okay, so next I have a palette that I feel like literally everyone on the internet, on YouTube, anyone literally has, and that is the Modern Renaissance palette. I've never heard anyone talk negatively about this palette, and I don't have anything negative to say, so I mean, I guess it's a pretty good palette and you should definitely get it if you don't have it. I'm sorry if my room just got a little bit darker. I had to close my door because my family was talking super loud. Usually get some family in town, but this palette I think is an awesome palette. It has so many different shades that you cannot find in a lot of palettes, like these pink colors, is orange, red ochre. I love, love, love these two bronzy shades over here. There's definitely a lot of mattes in here. These colors are just so different from any other colors, and I love the formula of these shadows as well. Totally would recommend this if you don't have it. If you don't have it, like, what are you doing? This next palette, I was so late on this trend. I literally got it like in May, and I know these palettes were in like 3 or 4 years ago, but it is the Naked 3 palette. I was super into rosy, pinky, peach eyes, and I got this, and I still use it to this day for like a natural, pretty, rosy look, and I really do like this palette, and I would recommend it. I really want the Naked Heat palette. I am doing a room tour, I promise I will do it. I get comments about doing a room tour a lot, so I will be doing that, don't worry, but yeah. Okay, this is another palette that is like hit or miss for people. It is the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. I personally really like this palette. I know people think that it doesn't have a lot of peach shades in it, and I kind of do agree with that. It has, I like how it has browns and like these peachy pinks. I really like this color Bellini, and the packaging is so pretty, honestly, and I like the weird colors that are kind of the weirder shades, like the purple and this, and like this green color. I think those are really different and cool, and I like what Too Faced did with this palette. I personally do like this palette. I can understand why you wouldn't and why you think that it's kind of weird, but I like it. So this is the Too Faced Natural Love palette. I got this for my birthday. This is what it looks like. I think that this has a lot of fun colors in it. These ones look exactly like, now that I'm looking at that. But there's a lot of pink tones in here and browns. But yeah, love this palette. I would recommend. This next palette I got back in like October a while back, and it's the Christmas in New York Too Faced Chocolate Shop palette. I think this palette's really cool. I always like the Christmas collections. Like, I love Tarts this year. I also really like Too Faced. This comes with a highlighter, bronzer, and blush, and I really like how it comes with all these like fun shades, and there's like some fun ones to play with down here. I don't know about this palette though. It's kind of eh. Okay guys, that is my palette collection. And go check out my last couple of videos. They were like school related and all the school stuff. Make sure to check out my Get Ready With Me for the First Day of School. I'm going to be doing some kind of homecoming video in October, mid-October, the beginning of October. So make sure to stay tuned for some kind of homecoming video. I'm really excited to film those. And I know that this was a long video. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys in my next video. Peace.